While all you guys are out there watching Michael Bay's Pain and Gain, guess what I got early? Yep, it's real. Superman Unbound. Now, this animated film was based off the graphic novel titled Superman Brainiac, and the three main leads in terms of voice actors were Matt Boomer as Superman, John Noble as Brainiac, and Molly Quinn as Supergirl. And the story pretty much follows Supergirl and Superman as they've kind of been working together to protect Metropolis when, out of nowhere, a giant probe out of space manages to crash down to Earth. Superman realizes it's some sort of android, and after quickly dispatching of it, Supergirl looks at it and realizes that it's an actual probe controlled by the supercomputer being known as Brainiac, who has been going throughout the entire universe basically collecting data and collecting cities and minimizing them, and then kind of just destroying the planet in general. So to stop him, Superman decides he's going to head out to space and leave Earth under the protection of Supergirl and intercept Brainiac in order to stop him. However, Superman obviously fails, manages to escape Brainiac's capture, and then has to team up with Supergirl in order to stop Brainiac's overall invasion of the planet Earth and figure out a way to stop him from consuming more planets. Not like Galacticus, though. Anyway, this was a really great animated film, and it was definitely better than Superman's previous film, which, if I remember correctly, was Superman the Elite. In terms of the overall animation looks, they definitely look a lot better. They're much more similar, or slimmer, I should say, and not quite as bulky and puffed up as they were in the Elite, which is really one of my biggest complaints about that animated film. One of the strongest essence about this particular storyline is that it spends a lot of time focusing on Supergirl and really her life as for kind of having to live with secret identity and growing up with the Kent and living with the Kents, and you know, just kind of, you know, trying to go up to Superman's level of being a protector of people who are smaller. And there's this really emotional scene between Supergirl and Lois Lane where Lois Lane says something around the lines of, I'm not used to seeing someone so powerful be so vulnerable and show it, because she has all the strengths and weaknesses as Superman, but Superman can't show that he's a vulnerable person, and he kind of has to be that shining beacon of hope. And, you know, it's kind of shocking for Supergirl to kind of show that, yeah, deep down she is just an emotional girl. Now, John Noble playing as Brainiac was certainly probably one of the best performances for a villain that I've seen in some time. Maybe even rivaling Jensen Ackles' performance of Jason Todd's Red Hood in Batman Red Hood. His voice is actually quite creepy at times, and he definitely carries that villainous presence when he's on the screen just monologuing. He doesn't even necessarily have to be fighting or throwing any punches, and it's a kind of a creepy presence. Now, it's not to say that this animated film is perfect. As for the biggest flaw, in my opinion, was the conclusion fight between Superman and Brainiac, in which Superman, I'm not going to say he necessarily outsmarts Brainiac, but he kind of uses a cheap tactic in order to beat Brainiac. Now, I've seen many times in many different ways that Superman has been able to beat Brainiac, but in this case, it was just the cheapest way that I have seen him beat Brainiac. I've seen better ways. And as an added bonus, this was actually the first animated film that actually has an end-credit scene hinting at what the next animated film is going to be. So it looks like they're taking some elements from the live-action comic book movies and adding them to their animated, so who knows what we may see with the next Batman or Wonder Woman or maybe Flash movie that's coming out later this year. Anyway, Superman Unbound is certainly a step up from Superman vs. the Elite and a must-own for any major fan of Superman. And it's really the perfect movie to watch in order to get you pumped up for the Man of Steel that comes out in June. That is why I'm happy to give Superman Unbound an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely check it out when it comes out and releases on May 7th. And if you like this movie review, please like, comment down below, and please subscribe to keep track for me in my future movie and video game reviews. And like always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.